Namaste, first of all.
Yes, namaste. Thank you so much. Let's start at the beginning with you. You said you're a super fan. You've watched all the seasons. What was it like for you to get cast on the show?
Sarah, that's an amazing question. I want to take a moment and say thanks to CBS, to my guru, Jeff Probst, to the entire team of Survivor for working tirelessly and for giving us one of the best seasons so far. The fans would be up for a ride, so they have to wait and watch. And to my fellow contestants, I love you all. And as a super fan, it's such an honor to be on a show which has given me a lot of hope. When I was going through tough times, watching Survivor and Jeff Probst telling the contestants to dig deep and not to give up, that motivated me. And to be part of the family, now I'm part of the Survivor family. What else can you ask for? And Sarah, do not forget, when Jeff snuffed my torch, he gave me a hug.
I mean,
I
that
can't
doesn't
ask for more.
happen, right? That's beautiful. So when you first were getting to know your tribe back when everyone was there, what were the relationship dynamics like with everyone? Who were you feeling close to and who were you seeing working together?
I was definitely feeling close to Jess, who's been my sister and my best friend. We've been this, we loved each other on the show, and also we continue to love, after the show as well. The one thing I regret is me yelling Jess on the show. I apologize to my sister; she forgave me, but to her fans, to Jess's fans, I I ask you for forgiveness. I hope you have it in your heart to forgive me. Jess is very close to me, and so is Jelensky. I love that kid. When Jelensky left, it hit me hard. And those two kids meant a lot to me. And they're still my best friends of the show. But yes, I wanted to work closely with them. But I was also working with Q.
Mhm. We saw Q give you a few coaching sessions. How was that for you? Because I mean, it's nice to get a little help, but also you don't want to be told what to do all of the time. So how were you feeling?
Sarah, as a super fan of the show, as you just said, and me, I watched every episode of every season, right from beginning to the latest episode. I know how the game works, the mechanics, how people played. We've seen thousands of the best players on the show. The strategy and all of that, yes. But when I thought about Bhanu being on Survivor, I thought there's not one way to play the game. Let me play an honest game. Just play the Bhanu way and see how it works. And Sarah, I was reading a quote like, "You're not a failure if you have tried." And I think that I haven't failed. I've tried and I've given it my best. I've given it my all, and
Mhm.
I'm proud of it.
Absolutely. When you went on the journey, it seemed like maybe this was a moment away from the area you had been trapped in, basically, and almost like a cathartic release for you to be able to express yourself to new people. Can you talk me through how that was for you?
After Jess left and we went to the challenge, I was like, okay, are we gonna win this challenge? And when we lost again, I had nobody to talk to. I felt like I was on the outside, and I just left, and there's nobody to talk to. We just lost the challenge, and I was sent on this journey. I was so raw and emotional, and I need to get it out of my system because it was so much happening. And I just let it out. And I saw Ben and Liz, and they seemed to be such nice people. And it's just like, I didn't think twice that I'm on Survivor. I just okay, this is what's happening. And that's what you saw, the raw emotions. Um, is it good or bad? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, and then obviously there was the second part of it where you came clean to your tribe about what you had said. Was there something that sparked that to be revealed?
Sarah, great question again. The reason why I came out to my tribe mates, Q and Tiffany, is because I was like, it's day 7 is over. Now what if on day 8 we're going to have a challenge and one of them are going on a journey and they find out from the other tribe mates that what I said, instead of them finding out from someone else and some other stories, I want them to hear from me, the person. I said like, hey, I want to be straight with you. I want to honest with you. This is what I said, but I said it because I was, I caught up in the emotions, but I'm honest and I want to work with you. I hope you give me a chance. That's what it is. It is pure strategy. Because what if they find out and then I cannot redeem myself? If they find out from me, they're probably like, oh my God, this guy, maybe we're like, okay, you know, whatever, bygones are bygones. Let's work from here on. I thought that's going to happen, but it misfired.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Watching the immunity challenge with the persistence puzzle was one of the most tense, stressful challenges I've watched. How was doing that challenge?
Oh my God. And it's not one of my best moments. And I feel awful. And you yelled at Jess once, and I apologized to her ever since. And as I said, she's my sister and she's my best friend. She's forgiven me. And I apologize to the fans, so they have it in their heart to forgive me. And everyone were yelling at each other. It's a very stressful challenge. And the reason why I got frustrated is because I didn't want either Jess or me to leave. And I was like, because I'm so limited with my vocabulary, I was like, just hold the puzzle, don't give it. And that's what I wanted to say. But instead, I was like, just hold on. And if you see my expressions, I was almost like crying kind of thing, like, Jess, don't give up, just like hold for a little longer. And that's what it is. And I don't want us to lose, and I don't want to lose Jess. Because there were talks about like people wanted to, vote Jess off. Yeah, and it is so frustrating that we kept losing challenge after challenge, Sarah. And you might ask, like, why? Why? It's because we lacked communication as a tribe. There is a lack of coordination, and one more thing, Sarah, empathy. Having that your hand on the shoulder, saying that, hey, we lost as a tribe, not because of you, we lost as a tribe. Let's sit, think calmly, and move on. We lack that.
It seemed like being out there was a more difficult experience than maybe you had thought as a viewer. I mean, I think we all think it's a little easier when we watch. Was there something about the game that really surprised you once you started playing?
Sarah, I don't know how much you know about my life story. I've lived in India in poverty, and it's only like 10 plus years ago I'm living in the US. I've lived on the streets. I grew up on the streets. I lived like how I lived on Survivor, like under thatch roof. When it used to rain, it used to pour. That never bothered me. Have you seen me complaining about lack of sleep? I did, by the way, Sarah, for the records, I didn't sleep for 9 straight days. But you would never once hear me being, talking about like, oh, I didn't sleep, or I didn't eat food, or, oh, this challenge is tough. Because after 10 shoulder dislocations and a major shoulder surgery, just few months before we started filming for season 46, I was standing next to Q, who's a professional player, and not backing off. I gave it my all, Sarah. You've seen it. You see how much this game means to me. I never once complained saying that, I can't do this, my shoulder is hurting, or, oh, I didn't have food or something. I was the provider, by the way, on the camp. Something which most of, it's not shown, but I was providing for the tribe, making sure that everyone, one coconut is shared, or how many ever coconuts, I'm making sure that everyone's stay nourished. And I'm being there for everybody. But what it is that growing up on streets, we were there for each other. As a tribe, got me a little emotional there. we weren't there for one another. Um, Having that one hand on the shoulder would take you far in the game. And that's what it's not there. When you're growing up on streets, you help each other. That way, you're pushing someone, to go up in life. But on the tribe, when you're losing, you're just like, oh, because of you, because of you. And that's the hardest part. Not sleeping, not having food, not the challenges, no, nothing. It's that the empathy part.
You had the moment that you were, sort of angry with your God, saying, if you wanted to end my story so soon, you shouldn't have put me on Survivor, was such a relatable moment of our human frustration. But it's also such a great reminder that this life and our experiences aren't about the outcome, right? It isn't about the final result. It's about the process and the journey, the experience of it all. And it made me feel like maybe you only needed the 9 days to win 1,000,000 hearts.
Sarah, I'm going to leave with you this. Last night after my Vote Off episode, a fan of me reached out saying that her daughter, who's 7 years old, turned to her asking a question like, why are they voting Bhanu off? He doesn't want $1,000,000. He only wants million hearts. So a 7-year-old asking her mom that why they're voting Bhanu off. There you go, Sarah. If that means something.
Absolutely.
I won. Maybe not $1,000,000. And if someone who grew up on the streets, I know the real value of money, Sarah. No one knows how much money means, but that's not what got me through life. Honesty, hard work, humble. It will get you through life. $1,000,000 might last me, I don't know, but you know what lasted me and got me through life is these trifecta: humble, honesty, and hardworking. And I'm going to continue to do that. And I'm not giving up on Bhanu.
Absolutely. Don't ever do it. Don't ever change, Bhanu. It was a pleasure to watch you. And thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you so much, Sarah. And thank you for all the super fans for the love and support.